Okay, good morning class. Everybody stand up for our prayer. Okay, let us pray. Amen. Okay, we have an action song class entitled Who Can Make. Okay, let's start. Who can make the fish to swim? Fish to swim, fish to swim. Who can make the fish to swim? God made them all. Who can make the birds to sing? Birds to sing, birds to sing. Who can make the birds to sing? God made them all. Who are absent for today, class? Okay, very good. There is no absent. Class, what are those different types of menstrual disorder? And what are they? Okay? Anybody? Okay, very good, Mavi. First one is dysmenorrhea, menorrhagia, oligomenorrhea, and polymenorrhea. Okay, and those are the types of menstrual disorder. Okay, very good. Okay, class, what do you call of the first menstrual bleeding of a woman? Okay, anybody? Okay, yes. What? Yes, very good. Menarche. Okay. What are those different types of menstrual disorder and what are they? Okay, anybody? Yes, very good. Okay, class, who are absent for today? Okay, very good. There is no absent. So, class, what have we discussed last meeting? It's all about what? Menarche. Yes, very good. Okay, class, I have here a pictures and I want you to identify what phases of menstrual cycle are the following. The first one is, what phases is this? Okay. Okay. Mavigel. Okay, very good. This is a menstrual phase. So, when we say menstrual phase, the mature egg is released and travels to the fallopian tube and toward the uterus. Okay, very good. The second one phase is what? Okay, yes. Jaylene. This is a what? Ovulation phase. Very good. So when we say ovulation phase, this is the lining of the uterus called endometrium becomes thicker in preparation for implantation of the fertilized egg. If fertilization does not take place, menstruation happens, the next cycle is then about to begin. Okay, the third one phase. This is, what phases is this? Yes. Okay, very good. This is the follicular phase. So, follicular phase, this occurs when fertilization does not take place. The uterine lining begins to break down and bleeding results. Menstrual fluid contains blood cells and mucus flow and lasts from 3 to 7 days. Okay, very good. The fourth one is, what is this? Okay, Judy Ann, very good. This is the luteal phase. Okay, the luteal phase, the lining of the uterus become thin after menstruation. An egg in the ovary continues to mature. Just before the mid-cycle, the mature egg moves to the surface of the ovary. Okay, class, all your answers are correct. And it really showed that you have understood our previous topic. Class, do you have a pet? Yes, okay. So what are those pets? Bird? Cat? Dogs? Okay, very good. Class, how are you going to take good care of your pregnant pet? Okay, everybody? Yes. Stand up. Okay, very good. So we will give her food, shelter, and protect her. And we should take good care of your pregnant pet because they are the bearers of the offspring. Yes, okay. Class, I have here a riddles. all you have to do is to identify what animals is being described in the riddles. You will choose your answer on the poll of option in the box. But before that, what should good pupils do when they are having an activities? Okay, very good. Participate. Another. Cooperate. Okay, another. Yes. Okay, very good. Sit properly. And then, the first one riddle is, number 1. I lay eggs in water. I like to hop around. I'm green, but I'm not a leaf. I have a long tongue, but I'm not a giraffe. What am I? Yes, very good. It is a frog. Very good. The second one. I start as a caterpillar. I go through metamorphosis. I feed on nectars, but I'm not a bee. I'm a colorful, but I'm not a rainbow. What am I? Yes. Very good. It is a what? Butterfly. Very good. Number 3. I bite and suck people's blood. I am an insect, but I'm not a spider. I spread disease, but I'm not a sneeze. I lay eggs in stagnant water during the breeding cycle. What am I? Yes, very good. Mosquito. Yes, very good. Number 4. I have legs and tails. I am your best friend. I use my nose to sniff food. I get pregnant when the heat cycle period occurs. What am I? Is it a what? Yes, very good. Number 5. I have 4 legs. I eat fish if you feed me. I have just one, but we eat spare. I ovulate every 1 to 3 weeks with contact stage. What am I? Yes, Mabigel. Yes, very good. Is it a cat? Yes, very good. I have here a video about our topic for this morning. We will watch it. However, you have to follow our standards once I play the video. First standards is all eyes and ears are on the video. The second one is do not talk to anyone while watching the video. The third one, understand the idea of the video. Number 4, you may take down notes of important or unfamiliar words. Okay. Did you understand, class? Okay.
Good day, learners! Welcome to our science class. And today, we will going to study about animal reproduction, particularly their modes of reproduction o ang paraan ng kanilang pagpaparami. Are you ready? Let's start! Ang susunod na makikita ninyo ay pictures ng parent animal kasama ng kanilang young ones. Bali nanay kasama ng mga anak. Pay attention sa name ng mga young ones. So we have dog and its puppies, cat and its kitten, butterfly with its caterpillar. We also have mosquito with its wiggler, kangaroo with its joey, frog with its tadpoles, horse and its foal, and goose with its goslings. Question: how do animals reproduce? Paano sila nagpaparami? So the objective of our lesson is to describe the mode of reproduction of some animals. We will going to include dogs, cats, frogs, mosquitoes, and butterflies. Reproduction is a biological process by which new individual organisms are produced. Ito ay natural na proseso kung saan ang isang organismo katulad ng hayop ay nagpaparami. Yan yung tinatawag na reproduction. There are two types of reproduction in animals. First is the sexual reproduction, and the second one is the asexual reproduction. When we say sexual reproduction, it takes place when two parent animals are involved, the male and the female. Pagka sinabi mong sexual reproduction, kailangan may dalawang animal. Isang male o lalaki at isang female o babae. Ang parent animal ay nagpo-produce ng egg cells, while ang male parent animal ay nagpo-produce naman ng sperm cells. When the egg cell unites with the sperm cell, the process is called fertilization. Animals have sex organs that produce sex cells or gametes. Sa sexual reproduction, ang animals, katulad ng human being, meron din silang reproductive system na binubuo ng mga reproductive organs. Sa sex organs nila, nagpo-produce din ito ng sex cells or pwede nating sabihin gametes. The gametes of animals are developed in a specialized organ. Sa lalaki, sa male animal, ang tawag doon ay testes na nagpo-produce ng sperm cell. Sa mga female animal naman, ang tawag dito ay ovaries that produces egg cell. Meron tayong mga organisms katulad ng earthworm that contain both sexes. Ang ibig sabihin nun, meron silang testes, meron din silang ovaries. Ang tawag sa mga organisms na yan ay hermaphrodites. Fertilization takes place when a sperm cell unites with the egg cell. The fertilized egg is called a zygote, which develops into an embryo. The embryo undergoes continuous development until it eventually grows into a newborn animal. Class, tandaan ninyo, pagka merong fertilization or union between sperm cell and egg cell, there is life. Buhay na yon, fertilized egg na yon. At ang fertilized egg ay pwede natin tawagin ding zygote na eventually, pagka na-develop, ang itatawag naman natin dito ay embryo. Zygote and embryo are developing life inside the mother's womb. Nasa loob rin siya ng katawan ng isang female animal. The embryo undergoes continuous development until it eventually grows into a newborn animal. Lalaki ito ng lalaki hanggang ilabas na ng mother animal o ng parent animal. There are two basic ways in which the gametes are brought together. Sa animals, dalawa ang paraan para magkaroon ng fertilization. Una, yung internal fertilization, and then the second one is the external fertilization. Pag sinabi natin internal fertilization, it happens when the male animal releases sperm cells into the body of the female animal to fertilize the egg cell. Ang ibig sabihin nun, ang male animal magre-release siya ng sperm cell sa loob ng katawan ng female animal para magkaroon ng union between the sperm cells and the egg cell. Uulitin ko, sa internal fertilization, nangyayari yung union sa loob ng katawan ng babae. The embryo can either be developed inside the female body until it is born alive or developed inside an egg laid by a female. So embryo, which is a developing life inside the mother's womb, nade-develop siya at pwede niyang ilabas ito o ipanganak ng buhay o kaya naman ay nasa loob ng itlog. Here are some examples of animals that born alive. So we have the pigs with its piglet, We have the dolphin, the koala, and bats. So bats are considered as flying mammals. These are the egg-laying animals. We have the snake, birds, butterflies, and chicken. So, uulitin ko ha, born alive or egg-laying animals are example of internal fertilization. Ma'am, bakit po yung itlog? Inilalabas naman po yan ng mga chicken, tapos saka po mapipisa. Yes po, pero ang egg na yan ay nade-develop inside the body of the female bago siya ilabas as egg. External fertilization takes place when the union of the egg cell and the sperm cell occurs outside the body of the female. The female releases eggs into the water or attaches them to plant or rock. The male releases sperm cells over the eggs to fertilize them. Ang kaibahan ng external fertilization sa internal fertilization, nangyayari ito madalas sa water or sa tubig. Hindi magkakaroon ng fertilization inside the female's body. Ang ibig sabihin ng fertilization nangyayari sa labas. Mag-unite si egg cell at saka si sperm cell sa labas ng katawan ng babae. So, fertilization takes place directly in the water after each parent releases its gamete. So, in our example, we have frogs and fishes. Kung titignan mo yung picture ng frogs, magre-release si female ng egg cell and then magre-release din si male ng sperm cell sa water. Doon mag-unite yung egg cell at saka yung sperm cell sa tubig. Ganon din sa fishes. So as we can see in the picture, magre-release si female fish ng egg, and then magre-release din ng sperm cell si male fish at doon mag-fertilize sa water. So outside fertilization. Reproduction in some animals. Dogs reproduce through the mating process, where the male mounts the female during copulation. The dog's sperm cells will reach the eggs in the oviduct of the female dog. After a few days, fertilization takes place. The female experiences 63-day gestation period, giving birth to a litter of puppies. Nakikita natin yung picture kung paano sila mag-mate. So, nagmamount, stand support ang male dog sa female dog. And then, magde-deposit siya ng sperm cells inside the body of the female dog. And then, after a few days, may fertilization na mangyayari. And then, yung mother dog or si female dog, magkakaroon siya ng 63-day gestation. Gestation is the period from fertilization up to giving birth of the female dog. So, yun yun. Hanggang ilabas niya na yung mga anak niya into a litter of puppies o yung maraming mga anak na inilabas niya na sabay-sabay sa araw din na yun. Cats. Female cats can become sexually mature in just 4 months of age. So, hindi kailangan na magkaroon siya ng year o edad bago siya maging sexually mature. 4 months lang, pagkalabas niya, sexually mature na yan. And once sexually mature, the female cat is ready for mating. Maghahanap na siya ng kanyang kalabing-labing. The male cat inserts his penis through her vulva. Vulva is the external part or genitalia of the female cat. Ovulation occurs within 20 to 50 hours after mating, and the eggs are capable of being fertilized approximately after 1 day. So, mag-fertilize siya pag nagkaroon ng mating after 1 day. The eggs are fertilized in the oviduct and then make their way to the uterus. Cat's pregnancy usually lasts from 61 to 72 days. Until then, they deliver litter of kittens. Parang yung sa dogs, no, hindi halos nalalayo yung araw ng kanilang pregnancy. So, maabot from 61 to 72 days or approximately nasa 2 to 3 months bago nila ilabas yung mga anak nila. Frogs. Frogs lay eggs. This process usually occurs to external fertilization, where the female releases eggs from her body to the water. Then the male releases his sperm to fertilize them and develop into tadpoles. So, si male, nandoon din siya at the back of the female frog. And then nakikita natin yung mga eggs na na-release ng parehong parent. Mapafertilize ang egg na yan dyan sa water na. Butterflies, they reproduce the way other insects do. Most insects reproduce sexually. The male will release special chemicals called pheromones to attract female butterflies. They mate by joining end to end their abdomen. During the mating process, when their bodies are joined, the male passes a capsule of sperm called spermatophore. The sperm, when released from the capsule, swims directly into a small tube, into a small receptacle called spermatica. So during mating, magre-release si male ng spermatophore, capsule that contains sperm cells. Yung capsule na yon, i-release yung mga sperm cell na yon directly inside the body of the female butterfly. Mosquitoes. The male mosquitoes have claspers on their abdomen which they use to grab onto female mosquitoes. Claspers, para siyang pangkapit doon sa magiging mate niya. The male reproductive organ then extends to the female's vagina. Males transfer sperm directly into a sac-like organ inside the female's body. So, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, internal fertilization to, kaya nagagawa ng male mosquito na ma-release yung kanyang sperm cell inside the body of the female mosquito. Their larvae are aquatic and develop into pupae in 5 days. Ayan. Mosquitoes generally lay up to 100 eggs at a time that turn into wigglers. After mating, the male mosquito dies. Alam natin inire-release ng mosquito ang eggs niya sa tubig. Kaya pag buntis ang female mosquito, kinakailangan niya ng tubig para ilay niya yung eggs niya dyan. So, ganyan niya yan inililay, parang nakahile-hilera siya. So, up to 100 eggs ang kaya niyang ilabas. And then, mabubuhay yung mga eggs na yan, lulubog yan. And then, parang naka-upside down ang mga wrigglers. Parang, sila, mga nakakapit sa tubig. Yan. After mating, the male mosquito dies, namamatay sila. So, I hope you did learn something from our lesson. Thank you for listening. Until next time.
Did you understand the video, class? Yes, very good. So based on the video, what do you mean by reproduction? Yes, very good. So reproduction is a biological process by which new individuals are produced. Yes. And what are the two types of reproduction in animals? Okay, anybody? Yes. Okay, very good. There is a sexual and asexual reproduction. Okay, very good. Class, do the butterflies, frogs, mosquitoes, dogs, and cats are undergo sexual reproduction? Yes, very good. Right. Though all of them reproduce sexually, they have different modes of reproduction. The first one, we will tackle the modes of reproduction of a butterfly. Modes of reproduction of butterfly. The male will release special chemicals called pheromones. Okay, class. What picture is this? Yes, very good. It is a butterfly. Yes, it is a butterfly. How many butterflies are there? Yes, very good. Two. Modes of reproduction of a butterfly. It is the male will release special chemicals called pheromones to attract female butterflies. The male passes a capsule or sperm called spermatophore. The sperm, released from the capsule, swings directly into a small receptacle called spermatica. About 4 days, a female butterfly lays from 100 to 300 eggs during her life. The eggs hatch for 4 days after they are laid. Okay, the next one is the mode of reproduction of a frog. How many frogs are there? Yes, very good. There are 2 frogs. So the male and the female get into a mating posture called amplexus. This process is usually caused through external fertilization, where the female releases eggs from her body to the water. Then, the male releases his sperm to fertilize them and develop into tadpoles about 6 to 21 days average. After being fertilized, the egg will hatch. The frogs gave birth 33 days after they were found in amplexus. Okay, the third one is the mode of reproduction of mosquito. Reproduction by mosquitoes begins with courtship. The male mosquitoes have claspers on their abdomen, which they use to grab onto female mosquito. The male reproductive organ then extends to the female's vagina. Their larvae are aquatic and develop into pupae in 5 days. Mosquitoes generally lay up to 100 eggs at a time that turn into wrigglers. After mating, the male mosquitoes dies. Modes of reproduction of dogs. Dogs experience heat cycle which lasts for 3 weeks. During the first week, prostrocycle, the female's vulva, outer part of the reproductive organ, swells and secretes blood, and aromas attract males. In the second week, estrocycle, her vulva will still be swollen, but her vaginal discharge will usually stop having visible blood in it. She will ovulate and is ready for reproduction. In week 3, the estrocycle, or the last stage of being in heat, the female has already ovulated and is losing interest in reproduction. The length of pregnancy in dogs is 61 to 65 days average, or 63 days. Modes of reproduction of cats. Female cats can become sexually mature in just 4 months of age. Once sexually mature, the female cat is ready for mating. Ovulation occurs within 20 to 50 hours after mating, and the eggs are capable of being fertilized approximately 1 day. The eggs are fertilized in the oviduct and make their way to the uterus. Cats' pregnancy usually lasts from 61 to 72 days until then they deliver their kittens. Class, I have here 5 mystery boxes. Each box contains animals, and I will give you a trivia about the animal and you will guess what it is. Do you understand, class? Okay. Trivia number 1. The female animal experiences a heat period which lasts for 3 weeks. What is your answer, class? Is it a butterfly? Dogs? Cats? Yes. Okay, let's see. The answer is dog. Very good. Okay, let's give her a Junicia clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good. Okay. For trivia box number 2. The mating begins when the male animal detects a female animal releasing pheromone at a close range. What is your answer? Yes. Okay, let's see. The answer is butterfly. Very good. Okay, let's give her 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, very good. Okay, let's see the box number 3. The estrous cycle is present when the female animal gets into a heat at any time of the year and is likely to ovulate until there is contact with a male animal. Again, for box number 3, the estrous cycle is present when the female animal gets into heat at any time of the year and is likely to ovulate until there is contact with a male animal. What is your answer? Anybody? Yes. Okay, let's see. The answer is what animals? Cat. Yes, very good. Let's give him a 2 claps. 1, 2. Very good. Okay. Box number 4. The male deposits sperm into the female through a small pouch in her abdomen. So what is your answer? Yes, anybody? Okay. Arking. Okay, let's see. The answer is what animals? Okay. What is this? Mosquito. Very good. Let's give him 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The last box, number 5. The female releases her eggs and the male releases his sperms at the same time in a mating called aplexos. What animals is this? What is your answer? Yes. Let's see. The answer is frog. Very good. Okay, let's give him 5 claps again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, very good. Class, why is it important to understand the modes of reproduction of butterflies, frogs, mosquitoes, dogs, and cats? Yes. Okay, very good. Yes. It is important to understand the modes of reproduction of animals so that we all know where they came from. And it enables and ensures us the continuity of species, generation after generation. Okay, did you understand, class? Okay, very good. Did you understand the modes of reproduction of butterflies, frogs, mosquitoes, dogs, and cats? And also the frogs? Okay, very good. And now, class, I will group you into 2 groups. This will be the group 1, and this will be the group 2. But before you do your activity, what should a good pupil do when having a group activity? Yes. Very good. Cooperate. Can I expect from you, class? Okay, very good. For the group 1 class, copy the diagram and write inside the corresponding box a brief description about the mode of reproduction of each of the following animals. For the group 2, list at least 10 animals that can be found in your community with the same mode of reproduction of dogs, cats, mosquitoes, and frogs. At least 2 examples in each animal. Understand, class? Okay, very good. I will give you 10 minutes to answer your activity. Since your answers in activity are all correct, kindly get 1 sheet of papers and answer the questions. Directions. Supply each blank with the correct word to complete each sentence. Choose your answer from the list of options inside the box. Okay, I will give you 10 minutes to answer the following questions. For your assignment class, cut some photos of the following animals and their youngs and make an animal scrapbook. Goodbye class.